All right, so I'm just going to kind of walk through this real quick about what's here. So here's how you create, and you can create an email from here. And there's different types of emails. And I don't think we need to get on all of these. Some we have to pay for, and some we don't. So that's create. And then audience, this is our email list. Okay, so if you click on that, it's the email list. You've got 197 contacts. And if you go down here, you can, let's see now, view contacts. We can look at, you can manage audience and view contacts. You can do a lot in the view contacts. So if you go to view contacts and you click manage contacts, you can look at all these things. You can create a group. They recommend tags. So I started using tags. You could do groups too. But anyway, so let's just go into tags quick. Okay. If I click on tags, it's going to show me the tags I've created. I can create another tag right here. And it's just a name, okay? And then I can go in, and if I click any one of these views, I can look at like Gary Test. Gary Test I created, it's got 2 users in it. So I'm tagging 2 users, and then I can refer to that name tag. And then when I want to do something like send out an email, I say Gary Test, it goes out to these 2 people. We can say tags again, and we can say leadership, and then view. And then you get the 4 people that are in leadership, and you can see that leadership's got, 4 people in it. And I can add a dev team in here, which is, I was thinking maybe it was something that you and Renee could use, or, when we're trying to develop an email, call it dev team or whatever. So we've got 2 of them in here because I filtered with 2 things, so you got to have both of them for it to show up. If I wipe out leadership, then I see everybody with dev team in it. So it's just a filtering thing. So I can add and remove tags. The other neat thing you can do with this right now is you can, I think we need to right click on here. Oh, export segment. There was a way, email campaign. So I right clicked on that and I clicked email campaign. And then, so that I had the tag selected. I went over to the right side and I right clicked and I said, make a campaign. So everything is I think they call this a campaign. Yeah, campaign, okay. So this is where we're gonna really spend most of our time is on the campaign, because that's where you write your emails or you create your emails. And an email basically looks like this, or it's got the 2, the from, the subject, and the content. And then you can add a from, and you can just use the default, or we could even put in, your whole name in Gary Blanch and my email address, and then I can save that, and it looks like it's coming from me, or I can make it look like it's coming from you. Subject, this is what you're going to see. Let's see if I get up an email here. Can you see my screen change? Okay, so if I send, I don't think I've got one, but we'll see one in a minute. Here's your, your subject line goes here, like forward, arrow in, and then it'll start taking some of the text from the top few lines of the email, and you can put in a little text before all this. That happens right here. So I can say,
I see.
test email. So that's my subject. And then if I just want to put a blurb in there and it says, hey, you know, hello, something.
So then to get that to come up, you just clicked on subject, and that's how the boxes came up.
Yes, so I'm going to click
Yeah.
save here now. And you're right. So here's so there's like 4 things in an email. That's all you got to worry about, 4 things. And you see this one's kind of bolded. The other ones, because we've answered those, they're not bolded. So it says we still have this one to do. And so here's all emails have a template, and you can create your own on the fly, or you can select one, or you can create templates. And we'll get into that a little bit later here. But so we're going to design this email, and I believe I have a default that pops up all the time as we wait for it. Okay, I don't for this one. So here's the template. This is what kind of design do you want for this email? And so you can, you can select whatever you want here, except I think like this one, you got to pay for. Yeah, upgrade to use. And that looks like I clicked one. So here's the one I selected. And it's already got the header in there, and you recognize this. I mean, you might from the template that I clicked on. Okay, so we can put in, I haven't used this one. I think these are just PNG files. So these are image files. So let me back up. Here are things you can add to the email. You can add a button, you can add a footer, code. I don't think we want to get into that, but videos, image, text, divider. So I can, grab a divider, and then I can, so there it is. And you can do, when you select things, a lot of times you'll get more editing information that you can perform on that thing that you just selected. So I can say I want to inset, so it just changed that. I can say, okay, well, how many pixels do I want? Well, let's make it 20. Boom. I can change the color.
Yeah.
Okay, so just as an example, and then you can, I think that's a duplicate. Yep. So I can create 2 of them. Or I can edit them. That's what the pencil is. I can move it around, and I can delete it.
Okay.
And what else can we do? We can save and close. And then we can add something else like a button. And here we can say, okay, I'm going to show you something here. So let's say we want to do a document, or we want to go to the web page, and you can do that with a hot link if you're familiar with that, or you can do it with this button. So you can say go. Let's do the document. So let's say view instructions. And this wouldn't, okay, so now we're going to change this to a file. And now it's going to go back. Now there's a place where we can upload images and we can upload files. And this is our instructions, although it doesn't say that. I think I click on it. Didn't tell me what it is. When selected. Details. Prior Lake Pickleball Club. Cool. So we want to copy the URL or insert it. And there it is. Okay, now we got advanced options. And this is just, if you want to get fancy, changing the CSS style sheets so it looks different. Right, so I'm going to save and close that. And then down the bottom here, we have a footer. And in that footer, we can social networks, right? So We got Facebook. We don't have a Twitter, so let's delete the Twitter. We don't have Instagram. We got Prior Lake Pickleball Club. So we got http / PLPClub, PLPClub.org. And then we've also got a, where is that? I wanted to grab it.
Yeah, there it is. You just, you were just.
This got to be it. There we go. Okay, so I'll just copy the URL out of here, URL, and then I'll go back to where I was working and Facebook URL. And we don't need to put anything in here really. Save and close that. And then we're going to continue. So we're kind of done. We did the to, from, subject, and we put in content. We didn't put enough content in.
Where do you have the text?
Where do I have what?
The text? Like, let's say you wanted to write some things.
Well, here we can still, we're not done. We can edit this.
Okay. I just wondered if you put it where you were editing, or if you put it, you know.
Yeah, I didn't really change here anything, and it recognizes that I haven't changed this. And so it says, oh, you haven't changed yet, so you're really not going to send any email out. And I'm going to back up just so you can see this again. I want to edit. Kind of slow. Okay, so now I'm going to click here, and there I've got my images. I'm not going to add an image. I'm going to click here, and there I got my text. And actually, I want to click.
Did you put the text in, or was that already there?
This is already here.
Okay.
And, yeah, and you can edit this all you want. There's some trouble. Okay, drawing attention heading. So let's just put in hello test XXX. And if you're familiar with Word or whatever, you're very familiar with this, where you can, you know, whatever, and you can change. This is the text area.
Will that, will that box expand? Because I mean, our emails get to be pretty long if you've seen a few of them.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yep. So
and you can keep on adding text to this, and you can change the color of it too. You can say, well, I can do that, and you're done. Wrong color. Try it again, and that's the color I want. There it goes.
Fancy.
Yeah, it makes it look nice. And you got a divider here.
Okay.
And you got, I don't like this, so I'm going to delete it. Delete. And get ready to share your big news.
So is this set up then every time you send it an email, I call it an update and I give it a date? So would each one of them be a separate campaign that would actually stay out there? Or you know?
It's like up to you that way.
Okay.
And I'll show you that in a minute.
Okay.
But I just wanted to.
Perfect.
You can put another image back here behind this, and you can add a color, another color, kind of a blue. So yeah, you can, and then you can put in more blocks of text and whatever.
Okay.
You know, just keep on adding stuff. And then, okay, so I kind of like it. And I'm going to say continue. For, you know, I think it's pretty straightforward here. So here's our audience again. And then if we go to our and then we can, you know, do the tag thing. But if you just go in here, you can get the multiple drop downs across the top and do it that way too. You don't
Yep.
necessarily need to do.
Okay.
If I click this and say view contacts, that'll give me the tags and everything else. There's tags and add content. I don't add contacts. I don't think you're going to need that. I think you're going to spend most of your time here with this little.
Well, the thing is, though, we have a challenge.
Here's one
like
of my tests. Here's another test, and
yeah.
So I kind of created one for you and one for Nate.
Yes.
Before I go there, though, I wanted to show you something that's been sent out. And for instance, I sent this out, and these. If I view the reports on one of these that have been sent out, I can see some analytics on what happened. And so how many people opened it? Well, I sent it to myself with 2 different email addresses, and I opened both of them. I didn't click on anything except for the one. So there's 1 out of 2 is 50%. And you can see that I sent out them, and this is where everybody responded. Here's the 2 people I sent it to. It tells me a location somewhere in America. And last open. So it, you know, I don't know how much it's going to help you, but there it is. That's analytics, and it gets into more details too. I mean, we can take a look at the activity, how many emails bounced, how many people were unsubscribed, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And by the way, if you get an email and you say unsubscribe, I just want to show you this. You say unsubscribe, then when you view the contacts, you will see that this goes from subscribed to unsubscribed under the email marketing. I tried that myself with my email, and it worked. And so then it doesn't go out to that person anymore.
Okay.
Then there's another email you can create, and it's a survey email, I think, but you're not going to need to do it. But it was really very, very quick. It's easy to do.
Okay.
I got to do all this. Okay, but the other cool thing here you can do is we'll go back to campaigns. And then once you've created one of these that you like, I can, like this one, let's say I like this one and I want to send out one exactly like that or pretty close. I just want to change the text inside of it. What you can do is you can say replicate.
Okay.
And it'll recreate it'll recreate the text or the email. And you can see I've done it here, copy 2, copy 3. I don't know what is a copy of prior link. I don't know. If I gave it a better title, maybe I could figure it out. But let's just do it once. So I'll just take this one. Let's take one with a better name. That one hasn't been sent out. Untitled. So let's try this one. Replicate. So it just gives me another copy because I can't resend the same email again. It's got the analytics behind it, and it's got text, and you probably want to change it. So there is a copy of Untitled copy 1. Okay. So what do you do? Yeah, well, I just want to rename it the new name. And we say, so all the way down here, it keeps asking you to save as you're going. Hit recipients. I think all you need to do is go in here and let's try tags. Let's try tags. And we don't want leadership. We want my stuff, dev test. And you can say first name, last name at the top. This is you can add in things like first name, last name, email address to personalize the email. If you want to do that, say dear blah, dear, and then you just put this in your email. Take this text and put it in your email, and so you can say, dear F name, which is first name, comma. I haven't tried that. I'm pretty sure how that works. That's how it works. Seems like, oh, these, it's all set to go. I was thinking these are going to change color, but they're not dark, they're light already. So we can edit the design again. And like I say, you can change the pictures or change the colors.
Right. All right. Okay, well, this helps a lot. Just to, I was really not understanding about exactly that you had to go into
Twitter again.
design. So you actually write your email in design as well. I didn't understand that.
Save and close. And then we can continue when we're happy. And we can send it right now. And we can see, before we send it, we can verify that we're sending it to the right people. Can you see the secondary box here? So I can say send.
Yeah.
Send now. And away it goes.
Oh, so if you go into all campaigns, and then I have the one that says Sue Test.
Which one?
It's called Sue Test. If you go down, I was playing with it the other day.
Oh, Sue Test, yeah.
And so then if you go into edit, okay. That's kind of what I did, but then I got all that other junk that's in there.
Yeah. So you see that your edit button is still dark. That means you're not, it says you haven't finished this. That's what it's trying to tell you. Excuse me. And it's just because it puts text in there and it knows that, how did I get here? It knows that, I'm going to say continue. It knows what it put in there, and it's comparing it with what it knew it put in there. And
oh, so it'd have to either delete that or add text.
Yeah, so this text is canned, it's boilerplate.
Yeah.
So you can just say
yeah. All right.
And that's all you need to do, you know, just change the text.
Okay. Very
continue.
good.
And contact, still not happy. To send your email, remove and replace placeholder text. It's time to design an email right there.
Probably, okay, that makes sense. I can.
So it also,
okay.
It knew that was there too. So
yeah. Okay.
You can fix that if you want.
Yeah. Very helpful. Thank you.